straight for the telephone pole.
Good job.
And then this line is where your sprinklers are going to go.
Okay.
So,
oh good, so they'll have a nice little backyard then.
yeah, we'll go out so far and then we'll put a double and then a single string out that way.
Good.
So, but yeah.
Okay, so it's a pretty windy day out here, but this is the hole that culprit dug that made that hole in the wall. And yeah, it's a pretty sizable hole in the girls' bedroom, but they're gonna take care of it. So this is what they dug out of that hole, and they're gonna take the rock out of here and use the caliche down in part of the drive from this pile, and from that pile back there they're gonna build it up back in the area that we use as our range, and this soil will go back down in. So you can see this is, when you look at this soil structure here, you got a lot of like porous, I guess you would call it, clay down on the bottom, and they put sand down in there right now, and they were showing me how it's like clay and rust, and then you go a little more caliche, then you have about 2 feet of soil. So I guess for the next few years we'll build that soil up, so like we did with ours, and turn it into a pretty good garden. And this trench right here is where they'll put the sprinklers that will sprinkle out for the aerobic system, because they are doing a liquefied bleach aerobic system. The state would not approve anything else, so you know, whatever the masters say we must do. And then this trench here runs 500 feet that way up to the water line at the front of the property. So they didn't have to take out any trees, so that was pretty good. Wouldn't have been bad if they took out a couple of these cedars that were going to be taken out anyway, but they didn't have to. So, and there's some more of the sand that they'll be backfilling the tank after it goes in. So we'll get that done. So things are moving along. Son's Homestead will be coming along, and you see this gate. Okay, so now I'm walking back up towards the front of the property where the gate will be eventually. And there's a spot here that they tore up when the truck was trying to bring in the the base for the house. So this is where they're going to put that caliche fill in, right in here, because this is the area, and what I think probably you can see where the water runs over there. So we'll probably put culvert pipe right in here, because it's kind of a low spot for the water. You can see where it kind of drains and goes down that way. So that's where we're going to put that, and then he's going to put that backfill in there. And he's doing that free of charge, so, because we had all that caliche in, probably because he accidentally put a hole in the house, but, you know, it's one of those things. As the owner of a brand new house, you never want to hear news like that, but at the same time, as the owner of a reputable business, you don't ever want to hear that has happened, that someone from your business, under your business name, has done something like that. And I could tell just in the moment that he called me how horrible he felt about it, and he was just waiting for me to explode, I guess, when he told me about it. And I couldn't do it, because I felt awful for him, and I felt awful for the person driving the backhoe too. So I don't know, you know, it's one of those things, you just have to let the better part of you take over. And you know, he was very responsible about it. He told us, he called us immediately. He didn't try to blame it on any other situation. He just flat out said it was, you know, irresponsibility of the driver of that bucket truck or backhoe or whatever you want to call that big old thing. And you know, they were going to take care of it. He had already contacted the do their work like that, and already set up for him to come and for them to come and completely take care of everything. And he said even if they had to take out extra walls to make sure that it was absolutely perfect, whatever was necessary, that's what he wanted done. And I appreciate that as you know, person to person, Christian to Christian. That's what I expect someone to do, and I don't see that yelling and screaming or making him feel horrible would make that situation any better.